Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I stand in support. And Mr. Speaker, I was reading a book called Giovanni's Room, which was written in 1958. And what surprises me about that book, Mr. Speaker, is that even as early as that, homosexuality was already a problem in the West. The only good thing about it is that at that time, the writers considered homosexuality as a disease, as a problem. And when you look at the way this disease has been spreading in the West, I am tempted to borrow the words of Sir Michael Blundell when he said, "So rough a wind." There is a wind, Mr. Speaker, that is blowing, and it is so rough a wind. There is a temptation by one culture to come and dominate other cultures.
Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo going out. She's supposed to be the next to speak.
Okay, Mr. Speaker. And as I said, that this so rough a wind that is blowing, if you know what is going on in our schools, if you know what is going on in secrecy in this country, the whole thing about homosexuality is actually on the rise. And we have to be alert as institutions of Kenya. And I want to request the Supreme Court of Kenya to always remember that they are the Supreme Court of the Republic of Kenya. And they must be like us. They must think like us. In the first place, this country, between the Christians and the Muslims, were 93%. If you might differ a bit on the mathematics, the Christians being 63% and 30% being the Muslims. And each of those dominant religions believe that sex be conducted in accordance with the order of nature. Regardless of whether what my learned friend, what my honorable friend Karoli says is trying to understand how, be sympathetic about how people behave. The truth is that our religions, and I am a Roman Catholic, do not believe that this is the way to go. But more important is that we are Africans. And gentlemen and ladies, honorable members, let us not behave like the word values has lost value. There must be value in values. So what do we stand for, we here who are black Africans? It has never been in our nature to behave the way the Supreme Court wants to persuade us to behave. We must stand, if nothing else, tall and strong because of our culture. I don't know myself how it actually works, how this thing called homosexuality works. I know that under the penal code, men are not supposed to have sex with men. I'm surprised, Mr. Speaker, because you are also a lawyer, it does not even think about women having sex with each other. That is not even contemplated. I think it was a very distant idea. So, if we want to survive as Africans and not go through the slippery road that the West has gone through, we have to preserve our culture. The numbers in the West are reducing because they are propagating something, they are promoting something called queer. How do you even promote something called queer? Mr. Speaker, the preservation of our dignity, the preservation of our faiths, the preservation of our religions, and the future of our children demands that we say no to this trend that is being developed. I support.